You feel like your relationship is stuck. Have you exhausted all your possibilities? Have you exhausted all your moves and you can't think of any way further? If you still have some will and energy and don't want your relationship to continue to degenerate, I'll show you what I did. Do these exercises with me and you will be empowered in less than 5 minutes. Let's go. Can you imagine your relationship getting any better? Yes, you can or you cannot. If you feel like you've maxed out in this relationship, you need to be prepared to move on and start preparing your exit strategy. But if you feel like you are not at the full potential of every single domain in your relationship, here's what you should do. Communication being, are you expressing your needs and listening to your partner? Are you good at that? Did you max out in that domain? Intimacy and sex. Are you emotionally and physically connected, or has that domain stagnated? Answer the question. Personal growth. Are you challenging yourself? Are you getting better? Are you improving? Are you learning? Are you developing yourself? Or have you become very complacent? Answer the question. Now, emotional support. Are you providing the emotional care needed by your partner? Are you doing that? And conflict resolution. Have you learned how to manage conflict constructively? Do you still have some will and energy and willingness to take your relationship to the next step? Do you still feel like you can? Do you have energy left for that? Well, if the answer is no, you need to prepare for exit. But if the answer is yes, here's what you could do. You want to take some responsibility for not yet being everything you could be, right? You haven't maxed out in all of those domains, and there's something you can still do to get better as an individual in this relationship. Now, you want to go and choose one domain to focus on for self-improvement, and it has to be something that you're able to do today. Don't pick something that's way too big for you to start and you wouldn't even know how to start. Pick something very, very small, very little within one of those domains. If you recognize that your relationship hasn't maxed out and there's still some room for you two to develop and grow and get closer to one another, you want to go and ask your partner for one thing they think that you could do to improve the relationship, but it has to be something small and something that you are able to do today. Go ahead and ask them that question. You have to remember that you are always the driving force behind everything in your life. What kind of person are you today? Here's an example. So I give up and stop trying when I feel like and think that she gives up trying. Where are you today? Write that down. Next thing you want to do is envision a better self. What does better look like for you? What kind of person do you want to be? You want to write that down on the right side. So I create balance in the relationship when there's conflict. All right. So the next thing you want to do is to identify one or two small actions that you can do in the intersection of who you are today and who you could be tomorrow. I don't always have to wait for her to do all the planning, right? This is one example of something I can start today by planning one thing. From now on, how do I navigate that? How do I become this person that always creates balance in the relationship when there's a conflict? I'm going to start asking the question, as of today, does this really work for you? Are you winning? And am I winning? Are we both winning? Is this good for us and not just for me? Are we winning? That's the real question. So if you don't want your relationship to continue to degenerate and become worse, you want to write the next chapter of your life and your relationship. I did this, so you can do this too. My name is Chris Kasonga. Keep living an empowered life. Yeah!